Here's this week's Night and Day. Look at that. Excellent cover, isn't it?
Who's on that cover?
A guy named Steve Broderick, who lives in North Stonington.
Okay.
And fantastic rock and roll singer and songwriter.
All right.
Steve spent 10 years as one of the lead vocalists in the Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Really?
Yeah. And before that, he was in bands that almost made it. He toured across the country with Ted Nugent and Bad Company and stuff. And he got married to a local girl and left New York City, and he's here now, and he's got a new album out called Shamrock Eyes.
Thought you were going to say his life is wrecked now after being
No,
a
he's
big
got a
star.
great life. Great
being
album.
a big star of the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Just kidding.
Steve's playing Monday at the Voodoo Grill in Mystic in support of Shamrock Eyes. And I did the cover story this week on him, and he's a great guy. Spent some time with him, and a really talented dude. So
I like that name for a band, too. That's a good band name. Shamrock Ice, is that the band name?
that's the name of the album.
The album name. All right. Well, I should have named it the band.
The name of the band, I told him the name of the band is the Crappy Beatles. No, I'm just kidding. I think it's just Steve Broderick. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Now, this is a busy, good weekend. A lot of stuff going on.
All right. Well, then we got a lot to talk about then.
So I'll hurry.
No, you got time.
You'll have to. It's Veterans Day on the 11th, right?
Tomorrow, yeah.
A lot of Veterans Day stuff going on,
Good.
and my pal Christy Dorsey has made a compendium of all the Veterans Day things that you can look it up, and if it's local and convenient, you should pay honor to those folks, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
well, we had a very special show yesterday. I don't mean to interrupt you, but we had a gentleman by the name of Elliot Storman who has written a couple of books. He's a Vietnam veteran, and he actually gave me a plaque, and all that's kind of neat. But I'm not saying because of that, but he was in here. Rob Simmons had called in from Arlington, the National Cemetery, so we did have a special show, and tomorrow we'll try to continue that theme. But you're right. If you can go out to a parade, if you can honor somebody, and I say it every Veterans Day, if you see somebody in uniform that day, just that day, you don't have to do it every day, just go up to them and thank them. Shake their hand, say thanks a lot.
you know, what's great is the lead of Christie's compendium on Veterans Day. She says, I read that whenever he sees some soldiers in a restaurant, actor Gary Sinise buys them dinner.
Good.
Isn't that cool?
That's great.
If I was financially capable of that, I would do that. You know, that's pretty cool.
That is a good night. That's a good idea.
Saturday, Sinner's Circle, which is the every time they have one. This is volume 15. It's 4 local regional artists in the round. Sit there with a guitar, go around in order.
Yep.
And we've got this is at the Bean and Leaf in New London. Brian James Albano from Suicide Dolls. Linda Clark's from Boston's Black Marmot, which is a really good band. Jesse Edwards and New Haven's James Velvet are the 4 artists that will gather there.
All right.
So that's a nice mishmash of styles. Something to think about for Saturday night. How about this? We were talking about Snooki.
Yeah.
Another great American novel is Moby Dick. Don't play that splice right now. I'm waiting. First of all, it was a little short. Actor Connor Lovett will be doing the one-man show Moby Dick at Evans Hall, Connecticut College. That takes place, when is that? That's, we didn't put it in there.
No, that's a good job.
When is it? I don't see it. Jesus. Okay, I'll come back to that. Okay, that's my screw up.
That's all right.
And finally, Hoot for Hunger. This takes place Friday at Dev's on Bank Street. We got a lot of local musicians that are going to show up and play sets, and your donations goes to taking care of stocking some food banks as the winter and the cold starts coming up. So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
You don't sound enthusiastic.
No, that's great. I think you got to help out the people who need the help.
Yeah.
Yeah, stock up the food bank. Anyway, listen.
Wait a second.
What?
You've got to help out the people who need the help.
Yeah, you got to help the people who need the help. Well, you don't want to help out the rich people. I mean, that happens.
I'll throw out one more thing.
Please, because so far what you're giving us, I'm not going anywhere.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
He doesn't want to help the veterans. He doesn't want to help
That's not true.
Oh, boy.
You just said nothing was any good.
No, I said there's nothing I would go to.
Oh, you wouldn't go to see Steve Broderick?
No, because I don't like that. I like if he named his band the Shamrock Ice, I would go.
If Matthew Broderick comes on stage with him, then I'd go.
Well,
boy, you guys are a blast. Now,
all right.
I didn't put it in the day because it's not really quite local, but if you want to go to Boston on Sunday night, Stephen Wilson, the leader of Porcupine Tree, is touring in support of his latest wonderful solo album, Grace for Drowning.
Now you're the biggest Porcupine Tree fan on the
I think
planet.
it's probably true.
Now, are you a little upset that somebody would splinter off and do their own thing?
No, he's the guy. He's the one that writes all the songs and stuff.
Yeah, but doesn't it take a little bit away from Porcupine Tree when he does that kind of thing? No, it doesn't.
He goes in different directions, and this is a lot of music that wouldn't actually fit with the Porcupine Tree template.
It's like when Mick Jagger does his own thing with the Stones. Nobody cares about that. He wants the Stone stuff. It's not the same way with Porcupine Tree?
He's Mick Jagger, okay, and he's sort of on a level here. Steven Wilson is way up here.
I understand that. I get that.
I just dissed one of the greatest
Yeah.
rock and roll frontmen of all time.
Yeah, you did.
And one of the 2 or 3 best bands of all time.
If you, yeah, sure.
You can do it.
All right. That's my pick.
Who's your pick?
I'm going to go with Steve Broderick.
Who's your pick, Lee?
Who's yours?
I'm going to go with Steve Broderick.
What about you, Don?
I would too. I think that's an awesome story.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick another Steve.
Oh.
Steve Ranazizi from FX's The League. He's going to be at Comics this weekend. Great guy, very funny. So
Is he going to be on your show?
He's going to be on my show today.
That's a good idea. All right.
It's all coming together.